Have you ever felt completely empty? Like you've given everything you have, and there's nothing left? You've poured out your time, your energy, your love, your care. And still, life keeps asking for more. More money, more patience, more strength, more of you. But what if I told you that peace isn't found in having more to give? What if the deepest calm comes exactly when you realize you have nothing left? This is the story of a woman who learned that lesson in the most unexpected way. Let me introduce you to Elena. Elena was a nurse. Not just a nurse, the kind of nurse who stayed late just to hold a scared patient's hand. The one who remembered birthdays. The one who brought homemade soup for the night shift. She was also a mother. A single mother. Her daughter, Mia, was 14. Bright. Sensitive. The light of Elena's life. And Elena was also a daughter. Her own mother, Rosa, was getting older. Her health was failing. So Elena visited her every evening after work. Made sure she took her medicine. Made sure she ate. Elena gave. Every single day. She gave at the hospital. She gave at home. She gave at her mother's apartment. She gave until her bones ached and her eyes burned with exhaustion. But here's the thing about giving. When you're the one everyone leans on, no one asks if you need someone to lean on too. Her colleagues saw her smile and thought, she's so strong. Her daughter saw her cooking dinner and thought, Mom's got everything under control. Her mother saw her checking her blood pressure and thought, my daughter, my rock. Nobody saw what was happening underneath. The breaking point didn't come with a warning. It was a Tuesday. A gray, rainy Tuesday. Elena had worked a double shift. A code blue in the ICU. A family that needed comforting. A new nurse who needed training. She gave. And gave. And gave. At 7 p.m., she rushed to her mother's apartment. Rosa was having a bad day. Confused. Scared. She snapped at Elena. You're always late. You don't care about me anymore. Elena swallowed the sting. She gave a gentle smile. I'm here now, Mama. She made tea. She fluffed pillows. She gave. At 9 p.m., she got home. Mia was waiting. Mom, I need new shoes for the school play. They're due tomorrow. Elena looked at her daughter. She looked at her own reflection in the dark window. Hollow eyes. Slumped shoulders. She opened her wallet. Empty. Payday was 3 days away. I'm sorry, baby. I can't right now. Mia's face fell. Not angry. Just disappointed. That was worse. It's fine, Mom. I'll figure it out. She walked to her room. Closed the door. Softly. Gently. Like she was trying not to break her already broken mother. And Elena stood there. In her kitchen. In the dark. And for the first time in years, she couldn't give. No money for shoes. No energy for comfort. No words to make it better. No smile left to fake. She sat down at the kitchen table. Alone. And the silence wasn't peaceful. It was loud. It screamed at her. You're failing. You're not enough. Everyone needs you, and you have nothing. She put her head in her hands. And for the first time since she couldn't remember when, Elena cried. Not pretty tears. Ugly. Heaving sobs that came from somewhere deep. Somewhere empty. She had nothing left to give. Not to her patients. Not to her mother. Not to her daughter. Not even to herself. She must have fallen asleep at the table. Because the next thing she knew, soft light was creeping through the window. Early morning. Still gray. But lighter. And there was a blanket over her shoulders. She didn't put it there. A glass of water is on the table. She didn't pour it. And a note. I miei handwriting. On a piece of notebook paper. It said, Mom, I saw you crying last night. I didn't know what to do. So I just watched. And I realized something. You're always the one taking care of us. But who takes care of you? I don't need the shoes. I really don't. I just need you. Not Supermom. Not the nurse who saves everyone. Just you. Tired you. Messy you. You. I made you tea. It's probably cold now. Sorry. But I didn't know how to help. So I just covered you. And I'm writing this. Thank you for everything you give. But you don't have to give anything right now. Just be here. That's enough. Love, Mia. Elena read it once. Twice. 3 times. And something shifted. For months, years maybe, she had measured her worth by what she could provide. by the smiles she could create, by the problems she could solve, by how much she could give. But here was her daughter, saying the most terrifying and freeing words she'd ever heard. You don't have to give anything right now. Elena picked up the cold tea. She sipped it anyway. And for the first time in years, she felt still. Not happy. Not fixed. But still. Like the ocean after a storm. Still choppy. Still gray. But the wind had stopped howling. She realized something in that moment. Peace wasn't on the other side of giving more. Peace was here. In the empty. In the quiet. In the not having. That day, Elena did something she never did. She called the hospital. Took a sick day. Actually sick. Not, I'll work through it sick. Real sick. She called her mother. I can't come today, Mama. I need to rest. Her mother paused. Then softly said, Rest, mi vida. You've earned it. And she sat with Mia. Not doing anything. Just sitting. They watched a dumb movie. Elena fell asleep on the couch. Mia let her. It wasn't a grand transformation. Elena still gave. That was who she was. But something had changed. She stopped believing that her value came from her giving. She started believing that her giving came from her value. And when the well was empty, it was okay to let it fill again. Slowly. Quietly. Without guilt. You see, we live in a world that tells us our worth is in our output. In what we produce. In what we provide. In how much we can carry. But the heart doesn't work that way. The heart is not a machine. It's a garden. And gardens need fallow seasons. Seasons where nothing grows. Where the soil rests. Where it just is. If you're listening right now, and you feel empty, if you feel like you have nothing left to give to anyone, including yourself, can I tell you something? That emptiness is not failure. It's not weakness. It's a sign. A sign that you've been giving from a place that was never meant to be endless. And now, it's time to receive. Even if it's just rest. Even if it's just stillness. Even if it's just permission to be. You don't have to earn peace. You don't have to give enough to deserve rest. Peace is your birthright. Rest is your medicine. And sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do for the people you love is nothing at all. Just be there. Present. Empty. But present. Because here's the secret Mia taught her mother that gray Tuesday night. Your presence is the gift. Not your performance. Not your provision. Just you. Tired you. Messy you. Empty you. That is enough. That has always been enough. If this story felt like it was written for you, maybe it was. Share it with someone who gives too much. Someone who needs permission to rest. And before you go, ask yourself this one question. When was the last time you let yourself receive instead of give? Comment below. I'd love to hear your story. Thank you for listening. Take care of that heart of yours. It's done enough for today.